So, several days ago, I released my first ever video on YouTube. So exciting! In the video, I featured a dish, spiced carrot and Jerusalem artichoke soup, topped with roast pistachios and coriander. There weren't any instructions on the video on how to make it. So, I thought I'd do an additional video where I could talk you through it. So without further ado, this is how it's done. Okay, before we begin, we just want to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Wash, peel and roughly chop 7 large carrots. Again, wash and peel 4 large Jerusalem artichokes. I always like to buy in the large French variety because the British ones are so small and finicky. Before you start chopping the Jerusalem artichoke, just squeeze a little bit of lemon over the top just to stop the flesh from browning. Cut the Jerusalem artichoke into quarters. Grab a large roasting tin and just throw in the carrots and Jerusalem artichokes. Drizzle with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just as a side note, in case I forget later. All of those shavings we had earlier from the carrots and Jerusalem artichokes, save them, because later you can make a really tasty vegetable stock with those added with some garlic, onion, leek, thyme and some olive oil, and it will just be a beautiful homemade vegetable stock. Okay, and back we go. Into the same tin, also add 2 teaspoons of fenugreek, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. Mix them all together well. Put the tin into the oven and roast for 1 hour. Okay, so while that's roasting, take 1 onion, a sharp knife and slice as finely as possible. Cut 4 garlic cloves in half vertically like this. It will make peeling off the skin so much easier. Put a frying pan on a high heat and drizzle with some oil. When the oil's pretty hot, throw in the onion and the garlic and stir to soften slightly. Then sprinkle over a teaspoon of turmeric, okay, so this is a spiced soup, so we need to get some heat into it. I picked up these reduced dried Mexican ancho chilies from Waitrose the other day, so I just want to try them out here. Just take a pair of scissors and trim off very fine shreds. Add more if you want more heat, or reduce if you like it more mild, and stir one final time. When the carrots and the Jerusalem artichokes are lovely and browned and soft, take them out of the oven. Spoon the Jerusalem artichokes into the frying pan and stir together with the onions and the garlic on a low heat. Add a pinch of salt, stir and remove from the heat. Now transfer the carrots into a food processor. Add in half a cup of orange juice. This is going to be the sweetener of the soup, so add to or decrease from the quantity to fit your taste and dietary needs. Also add anywhere between 1.5 cups to 2 cups of oat milk. Oat milk gives the soup a lovely dairy-like creaminess. I always add in half a cup at a time, so I can achieve my perfect consistency. I like mine quite creamy, so this time I'm going to be adding in 1.5 cups of oat milk. Now we need to prepare the garnishes, which are going to go on top of the soup and just make the soup generally look really fancy. Into a small roasting tray, pour a handful of pistachios. I'll probably be topping each soup with about 10 pistachios, and you'll want to roast them in the oven for about 10 minutes. Lastly, give the coriander a quick wash and roughly chop it. It's not important to be precise, we're just going to be sprinkling it on top of the soup. To serve, over a high heat, bring the soup and the Jerusalem artichokes to a boil while continuously stirring. We want the soup piping hot. Now give the soup one final taste just to see if it needs any additional salt or sweetness. Nice, but needs a touch more salt. Spoon the soup into bowls and top with the roasted pistachios and fresh coriander. Feel free to look at the description below where you'll see a full list of ingredients, prices and suggestions of which brands are the cheapest to buy. I've got each bowl of soup currently down to 90p. I bought almost everything from Ocado. It's definitely not the cheapest place to shop, but honestly, I'm not being paid to say this, but it's the best price you'll find for real quality produce. And that's it. You have 6 portions of delicious soup. It's a real crowd pleaser. Whenever I have people over, I always cook this soup. It goes amazingly well with wholemeal breads and buckwheat breads. It's low on sugar, it's low on salt, but it's extremely tasty. Give it a try, let me know what you think, leave comments below, please click subscribe. Goodbye, peace out and 再见.